Welcome to the Red Devil Talk on this Tuesday dismal evening. As the title suggests, man, Manchester United in disarray. Board members are rotten to the core. The fan base is divided. And one thing I never thought I'd be sitting here and saying, protest was a failure. It was doomed to fail because this fan base have this elitism I do not understand. And we're back here again. We're back here again discussing the same old problems. It never ends with this club. It never rains, but it pours, as they like saying. And yeah, man, I've just tried to lighten up the mood a little bit. The international break is almost over. You know, it was a good way to escape the problems that we have at this club at this current point in time. But what can you do? What can you do? You know, it was not even a consolation. Bafana was robbed. You know what I'm saying? So it was not even a consolation yana for like the during the international break. So we're back here. Same thing, and I'm here tonight. I'll be discussing problems within the club, why the club is rotten, why Solskjaer is back, because he's back, and why it appears as if we're actually looking for a manager and we're actually not looking for a manager. So those topics will be covered tonight. Right now, I'm gonna try and keep this as short as possible because I'll be making an appearance again on Said show today on YouTube on Said TV. If you want to check that out, you're free to go on YouTube and just subscribe to Said TV. The show starts at 8, and I'll be joining him there after a couple of people, obviously. But yeah, anyways, back to the original topic. You know, Solskjaer is still here. He should be sacked. You know, it's a shock. It's shocking. Even rivals now are like, you know, they're starting to feel sorry for us. They've never seen something, you know, they've never seen a board as incompetent as ours. Like, they don't understand what is happening. I mean, whenever a rival fan asks me what is happening, I'm like, I don't know. I'm a fan, but I don't know what's happening at this club. You understand? So it's very complicated at United right now. The protests was a failure because there's certain groups in the fan base who have this elitism, who don't like fans from other places. If you're not from Manchester fans are definitely they're not gonna like you. They don't view you as a real fan. So if they don't view you as a real fan, they've already belittled you. They don't take you seriously. If you start something, they won't take you seriously. They look at us as fake fans. You understand? And right now, I feel like the reason why this protest also failed, it's because now apparently there's news going around thanks to Neil Ashton, whom Manchester United hired to be our PR spin, you know, specialist, because he does that in the media anyways. Apparently there's news coming out that the fan share has been, you know, they're gonna sit down and they're gonna discuss the fan share within the club. Where they're gonna distribute shares, obviously, you know, or share ownership basically within the club, which the Glazers proposed as like an apology for the Super League, supposedly failure to get into the Super League, and fans catching them while they're trying to get into the Super League. So fans will be getting an obscure amount of shares to get a bit of ownership within the club. I don't know how much power these shares have, but clearly that's the reason why these protests fail, because everyone now is like, oh, but they're giving us shares, so what are we protesting about? You see, this is the problem with this fan base because it's so weak. Everyone is so weak. Like they just accept anything. Like they easily bought. Like you can easily buy people, and that's the problem. Without a united fan base, there's no point. The owners win. You can't force. You won't have anything that's organized and that will be able to get the owners out. If we're all divided, because that's the thing with this fan base. Unfortunately, Manchester United is doomed, man. It's doomed. And the thing is with the Glazers, this is the thing with these fans, they don't learn anything. With the Glazers, right now they know that we divided. And when the fan base is divided like this, what they're gonna do now is that they're gonna go back and revisit the Super League idea. Real Madrid apparently and Barcelona are still with the idea. Juventus said they're not ruling out with the idea. So this Super League thing is it's gonna happen. Because now with Manchester United, fans are divided. Everyone wants to be known as the better fan than the next one. There's a lot of xenophobia there, bro. It's sick. You understand? And so now when when supposedly the Glazers revisit this Super League again, there's fans that attended the protest last week Saturday. They're gonna actually out of spite, they won't join the protest against the Super League. You see what I'm saying? These guys are just good. They know how to play chess, and these fans don't even see it. That's the sad part about it. But it is what it is, man. We in the gutters. I'm not gonna lie. I'm already writing off this season because there's no way you can keep a manager of Solskjaer's caliber and of the results that he got to still be within a job today. Even Norwich sacked their manager after he won a game. They sacked their bloody manager after they won a bloody game. We're sitting here, we're hoping to lose to sack a manager. Come on. Are you guys serious? Are you actually like? Don't understand. I don't understand what is happening at that club. I really don't. Because at this point, you can't really blame the Glazers because they're just there to make money, and then they put people to run the club for them. They don't care who runs the club for them as long as they get their dividends at the end of the year or every bloody 6 months or whatever. How many times they get their dividends during the year? That's all they're there for. They're not there to make decisions. Every decision they're making, every decision, they just place people there. And the problem is we've got bankers in positions where there should be football people. This is the same concept that's happening in South Africa and in any country in disarray, in any company in disarray. If you don't have the correct people in the right places, your organization is going to collapse. It's because you have to have a foundation. You cannot skip foundation phase, guys. You can't. In anything that you do, you cannot skip foundation phase. At Manchester United, they think they can drop the system. You can't. That's why they were running with the Super League idea, because the Super League teams, elite teams that have signed up for this Super League, the elite teams, I think it's about 15 teams that will be elite, that won't be relegated from this league. They can finish 20th last position in that league, and they won't be relegated. They'll always be promised a position in that league, regardless of their results, whether they want to win, whether they want to buy players, or whether they don't want to do whatever. It doesn't matter. That is why I was against the Super League, because it fits this regime that we have right now, full of bankers, businessmen who know nothing about making football decisions. You get what I'm saying? That's the sad part. And now we find ourselves with a club that's on its way down now. There's no coming back from this. Wow. Like, that was actually something that we should be surprised about. This is the reason why all those years I was getting so pissed, because I could see where this is going. The way we're running this club, it's very unsustainable. The same way we in this country, in South Africa, the way our government is running the country was always unsustainable. It was always going to collapse. A system immediately when it shows weakness, or it shows a hole in it, and it has plot holes in it, it's always gonna collapse. And Manchester United have been showing holes since Sir Alex was here, and people were saying I'm ungrateful. I remember in high school when I was saying, when I was against this thing where Sir Alex was saying there's no value in the market, and after Ronaldo left, and he was like, there's no value in the market, and this is why we could not replace Ronaldo, and we bought Michael Owen, and we bought Overton, and we bought Antonio Valencia, and I was like, what the hell are we doing? I'm in high school at this point, but I can see that this is bloody. There's no way. I was on the internet and I saw how many players were available. I went online. This was before, guys. This was before these things were on Facebook, they were on Twitter, on whatever. You had to independently go online to search for information. When this guy was saying all that there was no value in the market, there was no this, I knew that there was bull. That was bull, because you knew how this club was running. That clearly the Glazers didn't want to spend money. And so, they told Sir Alex, no, just tell them there's no value in the market. Like, with that stupid. How many players do we know around the world? And we see all these players joining other clubs for less amount of money. And you were wondering what the hell is happening. That is why even Rooney tried to force a move away. The only way we kept him is the same way we're trying to keep guys like Pogba at the club right now. It's the same strategy. We're trying to give Pogba a lot of money to keep him at the club, because he no longer wants to stay here, because there's no ambition at the club. We still keeping a coach that goes on to lose 5-0 against Liverpool, comes back and gets outplayed from minute 1 to minute 90 at home again to another rival, and he's still here. Come on. You can't tell me that even the dumbest person in the world obviously would also say, nah, man, that like this is enough. Imagine when rival fans are like, this is enough. You guys know this is not even funny anymore. Like, it's clear sabotage. It's clear incompetence. Like, I fear for this club. There's no future here, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna let my kids support this club. That's how terrible they are. It's no longer a football club that I grew up supporting. Everything about it is false from the core. Everything is rotten from these businessmen who are coming in and ruining football for the rest of us. Now they're trying to turn this football thing into a franchise, like the American sports. They're trying to turn all these football in the European sector into a franchise. That's why these World Cups are starting to have more. They want to include more teams in World Cups. They want to have a World Cup every 2 years. You see what greed is doing to the sport in itself. Greed has already destroyed the sport, but now it's going to completely finish it. It's going to completely finish it. And unfortunately, it is what it is, guys. Like, yeah, man. Like, right now, weekend, apparently Solskjaer is back. So on the weekend, we're playing Watford. So, man. Now people are like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be bothered about that. I'm only gonna watch like the highlights or whatever it is. I'm definitely not watching that game. I'm sorry, but if you value your sanity and you value your time, you would not go and watch that draws. You would not. And it's sad that people are out here hoping that we lose so that we can get rid of the manager. This is the question. Why this is what I don't get, because why do we have to lose to sack a manager? People sack managers after they win trophies. People sack managers after they win games. We have to lose games to sack managers. I've never seen a manager get sacked after he won a game. The last one that got sacked after we won like something was Louis van Gaal. And that was after the FA Cup, after we won the FA Cup. But that's because he never got top 4. So the standards of the club is top 4. If you don't get top 4, they're gonna sack you no matter who you are. But because obviously they lose money from the Champions League and everything. So that is why they're gonna sack you. So we clearly have established the standards of the club. The standards of the club is top 4. We're Arsenal, guys. Like, we laugh at Arsenal now, but we officially Arsenal. Like, we can't be laughing at them anymore. I honestly don't even laugh at any club anymore. My club is one of the worst run clubs in world football. Not in the league, not in just Europe, not in anywhere. the worst run football club, one of the worst you'll ever find. So, man, it's whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna be on Said's show right now. I think it's gonna start at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna be featured there. Hope y'all check it out. I just posted one of the clips where I was actually talking to him about the before the protest, because I heard about the protest, and they one of the first people told me that they're gonna protest. So yeah, man, go to Side TV on YouTube and you'll find me there, man, at around past 8 or something, you know. It's gonna be a fan calling, and yeah, I'm probably the only South African there as well. So yeah, y'all should go and check it out. But yeah, man, like I'm just letting out the frustration, man. It's been a frustrate. I think this is the worst. It's the worst time to be a United fan. It's even a better. It's even a better time to be a Norwich fan or an Tottenham fan or any of these other clubs fan. Like right now, it's bad, guys. It's seriously bad. Like we're not gonna get these owners out. That's already established. So now I don't understand why fans are saying that we, you know, are against us having a protest of getting the manager out. Like you want the manager out, but you don't want him out. Like I don't understand United fans. You understand? He's not good enough. He needs to leave. And it's sad that he could reach a mutual agreement. People are saying, why should he leave if he's gonna get a severance package? Listen, you can leave on a mutual agreement. Mutual agreement means that you're gonna either take half of what you're gonna supposed to earn. This guy's a millionaire. Let's get that straight. Let's get that out of the window first. Let's get that out there. Solskjaer is a millionaire. You get me? He's got several business interests. He's been running businesses even before he retired from football. In fact, before he even joined Manchester United, he had a couple of businesses already. Note that. And so now people are saying, oh, he shouldn't leave. He shouldn't leave. The board must sack him. Listen, right now it's a standoff. Like, would we rather just keep the guy? He knows very well that he's done out here. He knows his career is done at Manchester United. He knows he failed. Why would he want to stay? Like, Richard, go and do. If I was him, because if he really cares even as little as much about his reputation, he would reach a mutual consent with the board and for them to terminate his contract. And if he does that, he still gets 3 to 4 million out of that 7 million. You get what I'm saying? So it's 7 million. To me, it's telling me that that's 7 million that he's hanging on to, because basically that's what he's hanging on to. That's what fans are telling us. Oh, we feel sorry for him because the board is not making the right decision. No, it's also up to him to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? No one is holding him with the gun hostage and saying you're not quitting. This guy could leave, but he's not. It's greed, guys. This guy is saying that he loves this club more than, I don't buy that. It's super greed. You're a millionaire already. You can get 3 to 4 million for leaving. You check me. But you're not willing to sacrifice about 2 or 3 million just to save your reputation and to say, okay, you know what? Out of love for this club, I'm going to, sacrifice just a few millions and just take a few millions home. Gattuso quit at AC Milan. He left the job because the job was too heavy for him. He literally quit. Like he's the one who terminated his contract and left. You understand? And you're not gonna. That's a guy who loves this club. This is a guy who knows. People are saying, "Oh, but Solskjaer is not. Solskjaer after he leaves Manchester United, he's not gonna get another job. He doesn't need it. Let me tell you that he doesn't need it. The guy is a millionaire, guys. I don't feel sorry for millionaires. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for a millionaire who does not even want to put away a few millions just to say he loves the club. He doesn't want to sacrifice a couple of millions just to say he loves the club, and he knows he's clueless and he cannot do this job and he's incapable. To me, tells me you're a greedy person. I'm sorry to say it, but that's why I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel any empathy towards him or neither the board. Both of them played themselves. The board should have never given him a new contract. They played themselves. We saw that it was just going to fall flat in their faces. They made the same mistakes under Mourinho. They gave him a new contract after the second season, knowing very well that at the time, the fans wanted him out. The fans wanted Mourinho out when he was second. You get what I'm saying? We can't be hypocrites. We have to show, I show the same energy to any manager. If you fail at this club, we have to make sure we're the ones who keep the standards, because the board has no standards. So if you fans aren't able or incapable of keeping those standards, the high standards that we should upheld, then you know it is what it is. The board is not gonna all of a sudden have standards, because we clearly know how this board functions. So it is what it is, guys. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Make sure you support my channel, man. It's on YouTube. It's called Red Devil Talks, the same way I've spelled it on the video right now. Yeah, just check me on YouTube, subscribe, and more content is coming your way. Hopefully on the weekend I'll get Mr. Mameni Young again, and then I also have a Chelsea fan on Saturday morning as well to preview the Premier League games during the day and the Sunday ones. So yeah, man, guys, take care. It's the Red Devil Talk once again, and it's your boy Mr. Black Rain signing out.
Have you ever lost your mind? Have you ever lost your mind?